Today I'm going to show you how to make the Autumn Bento Box from Everyday Bento by Wendy Thorpe Copley. We'll start by gathering our ingredients. You'll need an apple, some hummus, some mango chutney, 2 slices of cheddar cheese, yellow, orange, and red bell pepper chunks, and 2 slices of whole wheat bread. You'll also need a few pieces of special equipment: a medium-sized squirrel cutter, a small leaf cutter, a decorative pick that looks like a scarecrow, and a small acorn cookie cutter. The lunchbox we're using today is made by Yubo. It comes in a variety of colors and has interchangeable faceplates, so you can find a design that will be pleasant for your child. The inside has 3 inner containers with lids, a large one and 2 small. You can find it at getyubo.com. Let's get started. Begin by cutting 4 squirrel shapes from your 2 slices of bread. You'll have some bread crusts left over, so save those for another use. Next, stack the 2 pieces of cheese on top of each other and cut a squirrel shape. You'll also need to cut an acorn. And again, you'll have some cheese left over, so save that for another use, or, honestly, I just eat it. Next, you're going to put some mango chutney on 2 of the squirrel shapes. Spread it out in an even layer. And then take the 2 squirrel pieces of cheese and put those on top of the chutney. Cut 4 thin slices from the side of the apple. You're going to cut these also with the squirrel cutter. If the squirrel cutter doesn't fit over the entire thing, that's okay. Just cut 1/2 of the squirrel from one apple and then cut the other half from the other apple. But sometimes you can get a big enough slice so you can get a whole squirrel out of it. Add those slices of apple onto the 2 sandwiches and top with the remaining slice of bread. And then repeat making a second sandwich. Go ahead and add those 2 squirrel sandwiches to the box and then put the little acorn between them, and it'll look like they're sharing an acorn. Cute. Chop the remaining apple into chunks, and then we're going to treat that with some sort of acid to keep it from turning brown. I like to use fruit fresh, which is basically just powdered vitamin C. You stir a little bit of the fruit fresh into a bowl of water, and then you put your apple chunks in there and let them soak for a few minutes. After they've soaked for a bit, pull the apple chunks out and let them drain well on a paper towel. You can also sprinkle the fruit fresh directly on the apples. Spear an apple chunk onto the scarecrow pick and then fill in the rest of one of the small containers with more apple chunks. Okay, now we're going to do the bell pepper leaves. I've found that it's incredibly easier to cut a bell pepper with a cookie cutter if you peel the tough outer layer of skin off, so I always do that. Cut some leaf shapes from the red pepper, the orange pepper, and from the yellow pepper. And once you've got a nice pile, you're going to put them in the box. You'll have a lot of scraps left over though, so first give those a good chop, and you want to put those in the box under the squirrels on the bottom. Then you'll layer the leaves on top of that, the nice looking leaf shapes. So alternate colors and be sure to cover up all those scraps and make it look nice. Set one of those bell pepper leaves aside and add it as a decoration on top of the hummus, which you've put in the second small container. When you're all done, you'll have a cute autumn-themed lunch. Find this and 50 more cute and yummy lunches to go in Everyday Bento by Wendy Thorpe Copley.